Dear friends, I'm very excited to talk to you on a topic about why we all need mentors. No matter where you are in your life, either in a most successful part of your life, or a surviving part of your life, or in a setback in your life. Do not worry because none of this is permanent. Life is changing, it's constantly changing. And I'm going to talk to you about all these three phases of your life. Either you're in a successful stage of your life, you don't want to become stagnant, you want to keep that graph going up. You want to constantly grow up. You want to keep updating yourself because the moment you don't, you're outdating yourself. Now you want to be in the game. That means you want to constantly dream big. What happens when you dream big is your first thing that happens to you when you dream big is you're humbled because you start realizing there is much more for you in your life to achieve than where you're stuck at right now. Because sometimes we can get too caught up in where we are at in our life, and sometimes we can become very full of ourselves, and we become too blind to see to see what is happening around us. Or we might be very successful monetarily, but we might not be very successful in relationships around us. But true success is becoming an inspiration for people around us, to be a light for people around us. So, the most importantly, that if you're in a successful phase of your life, you need to start dreaming even bigger. So that'll keep you humble and that'll keep you something to work worthwhile, where your joy is going to increase as you keep accomplishing things in your life. The second stage is this surviving stage, the most tricky part of our life, because most of us get stuck in it. Because one thing that you got to provide for your family, the other thing that you want to take care of everything. There are small victories, I would say. There are few achievements that we achieve here. Maybe we achieve a lot of things even in the survival level, but most of the time it's almost like a coming back to the same crossroad or running the same loop again and again, except what changes is a new car or a new house, but you're still in that phase of surviving. And this phase is also a very tricky phase, because this phase could be a phase of many compromise. But you might have to compromise a lot of things in your life, and that in itself could be tiring, or it might be stealing your joy, or sometimes it can give you a joy that could have been increased by stretching yourself a little more. The next thing is this: setback. Setback can happen in any phase of our life, and the most dangerous part about setback is how to deal with our pride. Especially if you are being a person who has always helped others, or if you've always been a person who always had a solution for somebody else's problem, but now when you're going through something very tough, what you really fight here is you're fighting your pride. And you don't want anybody to know what you're going through, because you want to look good, you want to still be very appealing, you still want to be that person, very charming, very a person who's got everything together, but you're dealing with a step back within you. And next is danger about the setback is the pride will make you disconnect. The pride will make you say, don't meet them, don't talk to this person, don't talk to this person, don't talk to that person, don't go out. And what happens with setbacks is most of the time that you want to be by yourself, be a couch potato or something. Like you start leading a secret life, which is not helping you come out. Now, either phase of your life, you need a mentor. The first thing about getting a mentor is humility. How humble you are to understand the wealth of the wisdom, to understand what wisdom could bring in your life, to understand how much you need wisdom. Back in those days, 15 years ago, if someone would have given me $1 million in my hand, my thought would have been how to throw a rave party, how to buy as much as drugs I can and throw a big party for my friends, because at that time the greatest achievement was party. But now, 15 years later, in my life, if someone gives me $1 million, I have plans and I have dreams and I have vision where this is going to be self-sustaining and this is going to bring yield. This money is not going to be spent away. This money is going to be used as a seed, because now I have a big dream that my dream is going to be only funded by the fruit of that seed. Now, that's where I've moved in my life. The more I'm moving towards a greater dream in my life, the more I realize, I need to be very humble in my life. Humility. The next thing is seeking a mentor. The Bible says what you seek, you will find what you're seeking. So that means you need a quest in your life. You need to seek wisdom. You need to seek a mentor. And this is where it becomes a little tough, because many people want to have a mentor who's way up high in an unreachable height. They'll sit there and say, if only I can reach out to this man, if only I can come to that phase in my life, if only if this person would come and help me with this project, and I will get more light and I will become a popular overnight. No, 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 no. What you're truly doing is you're banking on their fame, you're banking on their influence, you're banking on what they have around them. No, that's not what you're truly looking for a mentor. What you're looking for a mentor for. You're looking for a mentor for what they carry within that has given them everything that is around them. Now, this is how you need to see everything. There is something in them that has either helped them accurate, or there's something in them has helped them manage it, or there's something in them that has attracted all of these things to them. So the most importantly, you're going to look into a mentor is not how can I use that person as a ladder. No, how I'm going to get what they truly carry, what is their core, and I'm going to take that into my life, and I'm going to change my character. I'm going to change my my personality. I'm going to work on the areas in my life that I can improve, and I can be a better person. That is what is attracting what they already have, or that is how they are managing what they have in their hand right now. Now, humility and seeking. Now, you're not seeking for the wrong reason, you're seeking for the right reason, will always lead to great mentors around you. If you truly see there are great mentors around you, whom you can reach, who's a little ahead of you, who can understand your journey, the first thing you're going to look for in a mentor is inspiration. This person inspires me. There is an inspiration that I see within this man. Though the first stage is that you see an inspiration. The second stage is this: is there a connection? Do you feel that connection with that person? Is that person able to understand what you're truly going through and willing to help you? Now, what you need to carry when you go to meet a mentor. The first thing, the moment you get an opportunity to connect with a mentor, the first thing you need to work on is a time. Is how you're going to use their time. Now, they need to know how much you value their time. That means you just can't tell, I'm busy. No, you're going to lose a mentor if you do that. Now you need to make time. The very first thing these are the core values when you meet a mentor, how you're going to acquire a mentor. You start realizing the first thing is you want to spend time with a mentor. That means you need to know that you value your time and you value their time. The next thing is you respect your mentor. Now, if you don't give them the authority, and if you don't give them the freedom to speak over your life and guide you, they can't help you. And there are people who they don't take advice from one person, they take advice from 50 different person. Okay, there are times you can take 2 or 3 advices, but sometimes when you are just going out for just knowing what they think, oftentimes you're not really seeking for wisdom, you're just seeking for how many different dimensions can I run this through. Again, you're looking as an opportunities. That's not what you're doing in a mentor. What you're truly looking in a mentor is someone who can transform you, someone who can show you the way to become a better you. So, you see the mentor, the first thing you give is a time. The second thing you give is respect. Now, the moment you start treating your mentor as a friend or a commoner, you are going to lose that realm or the position of receiving what they truly have. And that is why you can't just make them a common person. They have to be always someone on a pedestal that you admire and you respect. There's something that I've learned from the East is when you master disciple method. I really like that because unless you honor that person, okay, the third thing is honoring. The first thing is time. You give to your time to your mentor. Second thing is respect your mentor. The third thing is honor. Honor your mentor with your wealth. Everything that you see in this world reciprocates what it has received. That's a law of the nature. You need to honor your parents, which means you give to your parents. You need to honor your mentor, which means you give to your mentor. You take a tree. The tree starts giving back to the earth. There is a reciprocation. When the reciprocation is missed, then you're just an opportunist. That's not what you want to be. You want to be a better person. A better person always gives back. This is the most important things that when it comes to a mentor. I still remember once I was traveling to take a flight from Chennai, and I met this great man. He's still my friend. He's a very wealthy man. I used to stop in his house right before flying at the airport. His house was very nearby to the airport, so you always say, John, come in anytime, just get refreshed, and then you go because it's an 8 hour drive for me from Madurai to catch the flight from Chennai. So whenever I go to his house, I always would admire not just his wealth. He used to have a lot of imported cars and a very wealthy man. But what I truly admire about this man is not his wealth, is how he handles his wealth. Like this man is purposed in his life. He has a focus in his life. He's not distracted by the wealth. Wealth is just a medium for him. Wealth is just, how do I put it? Wealth is just a medium for him to accomplish the purpose that he has in his life. A very purposed man. So one day, this is what happened. One day, I sat down. There was another guy who was driving for me that day. He was also a guy who's going to be again into ministry, following me, watching me. He's with me, and I was talking to him and I asked him this one thing. I knew he had a key for me. Sometimes keys are not just what can open the door. Keys are what can open the next phase of your life. So I was asking some wisdom questions to him, and he started sharing that to me. And when I left, I took all the money I had in my pocket for the whole travel. And I know I had a little more money in my ATM, but whatever I carried in my hand, was maybe like a 10 or 15,000 rupees. And all I did was just gave it to him. I bowed down before him and I gave it to him and said, this is for the wisdom you gave me right now. I don't want to take it for free. The money I gave him is like a toothpick for him. This man is so successful in his life that my money doesn't really matter to him. But what I truly want to do is I am not taking this wisdom, which is priceless, from you for nothing. Because I want to honor you. I want to honor that wealth because the key that you gave me now is going to open some great things in my life. I came out. The kid who was with me asked me, John, why would you give all the money you had in your hand to a man who's already so rich? I said, now this is where you're missing a point. I did not give the money to the man. I gave the money to the key, to the wisdom, to the revelation he gave me. Because that is priceless. Proverbs says like this. This is how it puts it. Proverbs puts it beautifully. It says, seek wisdom more than silver and gold. Today when we go buy gold, we are ready to invest into it. When we go buy silver, we are ready to invest into it. But friends, remember that there are some common people around you with some uncommon experiences and wisdom. Seek that. That will change your life. Always learn to be humble and teachable. Give your time to your mentors. Give your respect to your mentors and learn how to honor your mentors. And then you'll see how your life is transforming. May God bless you.